welcome in, hopefully. He says, fingers crossed. Some more KEW action. We're just checking. Yeah, here we go. He says, fingers crossed. There we are. We're definitely live now, ladies and gentlemen. That's good, isn't it? Let's get things crack-a-lacking then, ladies and gentlemen. We saw, of course, last week, perhaps the disformation of the safety men. They entered the arena separately, and neither man really wants nothing to do with one another currently here in the KEW, and it will give an opportunity for both athletes to pursue individual titles where they can. And of course, we'll have one half of the tag team champions coming out here, the Assassin on rare individual duty to renew an old flame, if you like, taking on Atomic Andy here. And two of them, of course, having bet many a times in the past, and Atomic Andy will know this is a fantastic opportunity for him to defeat the one half of the tag team title champions, defeat the Assassin, and you could be in the prime position for a KEW Championship potential opportunity up against the Shinigami. We do, of course, have a number one contender in the Manslayer, and I'm sure she'll get her opportunity in the coming weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Assassin, though, ready and focused on the task at hand. He knows that having almost run the Iron Gauntlet and defeated everybody, that he must be right up there in the reckoning of the KEW title chances. The only question really is, can he hold on to that tag team title before he gets a main title opportunity himself, ladies and gentlemen, and gets the opportunity for gold around his waist as well as silver. Nobody's ever done both and won the tag team titles and held the KEW championship all at once. People have come close, of course. His tag team partner, Big Bird, but nobody's ever quite succeeded.
And his opponent from London, England, weighing in at 248 pounds.
And as you can see, here comes Atomic Andy on his own now, set free of the safety men. They had many a success and really were a tag team to be feared in the KEW. They, of course, had a ignited rivalry, a prolonged one with, of course, the Misfits and one half of the tag team champions that are in the ring currently, the Assassin and the CEO, Big Bird. He, of course, has decided that he needs some time to go and think things through, go his own way and make his own name for himself in the KEW, ladies and gentlemen. He's been living in the shadow of his cousin for too long, and he feels he needs to try and step out of that now and push himself forward here. Of course, the firefighter will have coming up in action later this evening as well in his own bids to go after the KEW title, and the Assassin looks focused there as Atomic Andy looks a little more relaxed of the two. We'll have to see. Normally he comes out quite aggressive in these matches. And the Assassin catching him cold there though, and maybe without the lack of the tag team help, but he boots him in the face. The Assassin starting the most frantic of the two, kicking him in the face, and now he's down on the mat. And a little drop kick there to the face. You can see the spit flying out of Andy's gob there. Off the rope he goes with the moonsault. Might go for an early cover too. Does indeed. Hooks the leg. The ref a little slow with the cover. Gets a 2 count though. Andy, I thought, might have been in for an early loss there. That would have been a bit of a shock to the KEW fans seeing the big fella go down that swiftly. He's back to his feet there though, but a big shot, big right hand from the Assassin, driving him down to the matting now. And a big boot to the Assassin's face as Atomic Andy looks to try and take a measure of control here in this one. Lifts the Assassin up and launches him across the ring. Back first, he bounces off the KEW's matting there as Andy now screams to the KEW fans, perhaps launching out a scream to let everybody know that he's here to compete in the singles division now. He's not focused on the tag belts anymore. He wants nothing but success for himself as he gets drop kicked in the corner and drops down, and he knows this will be a tough task at hand here. The Assassin, one of the lead athletes in the KEW these days, after holding on to those tag team titles for so long and being the hardcore champion for a number of weeks in the KEW. He held it through 2 pay-per-views. That's the longest anyone's held any belt in the KEW, in frank honesty. He, of course, lost out on the hardcore belt to the BFG, but he's put that behind him now as he seeks to go after singles glory in the main heavyweight division. Looking like he's got a measure of success here over the giant Goliath that is Atomic Andy so far. The Assassin's Edge on the outside, didn't comment on it at the time, but pulling that off on the outside would have done severe lasting damage to the back and ribs of Andy. You can see he looks a little slow and ginger getting back into the ring there, does the big fella. Took too long about it as well on a shot. And now another Assassin's Edge! Hooks the legs and goes for the cover. Is this going to be it? 1, 2, 3! Well, goodness me, the Assassin really put him away like it was a child's toy there. And you can see maybe Andy's should have stuck with the tag team division a little longer there. It was his decision to break the two of them apart, and he looks forlorn on the outside, a loss to his start in the singles division as he seeks glory. It was a tough opening match, and he knows that he can beat the Assassin. He's done it in the past, but the Assassin, with the momentum here, he is chasing KW Glory and KW Gold, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think it'll be too much longer. We'll have to wait before we see him really going for the KW title. Of course, we'll have to wait behind the Man Crusher for now. She is the number one contender, and she's not decided to go for the belt tonight. The CEO's not put it on the cards. Maybe we'll see next week if we have it coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We will, though, have first and foremost another former tag partners who have fallen apart since then.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from London, England, weighing in at 222 pounds.
James the Cat with the pyrotechnics behind him, and you can see even by his body language he looks fierce and focused here. A little fun as well with a rocking guitar. He's enjoying life in the single lane, as he likes to call it, referring to the BFG as a heavy anchor that was weighing him down. He also, of course, didn't enjoy the fact that the BFG stole his KW Hardcore Championship opportunity. He sees it as he feels King Daddy cheated him out of it by delivering the pile driver and giving him the concussion in the ring onto the steel stop sign. But we all know what we sign up for with these Hardcore Championship matches, or Hardcore Division, ladies and gentlemen. It is what is available in the ring. Injuries are an unfortunate side effect of it. Perhaps the concussion scrambling his brain somewhat. And he feels now that the BFG is holding the title that he wants, and that he is going to try and demolish the BFG in order to rip it from him. They, of course, have had words backstage. It's led to fisticuffs and pummelings left, right and centre. They've had disagreements in the ring in the tag division as well, and it's led them to this point where they've been heated, and now they're ready to take each other on one in the ring. And here he comes, the sexual magnet of the KW, with his Hardcore Championship wrapped around his waist.
Weighing in at 600 pounds,
He has.
Hardcore Champion.
There comes the BFG then. He has, of course, said on social media that Hardcore belt he won fair and square, and that James the Cat's accusations are unfounded, and that if he wants the Hardcore Championship, well, he's just waiting for the CEO to put pen to paper and agree the terms in the contract. And of course we will have a next main pay-per-view in just a month away, and we'll have to wait and see whether the CEO puts the two of them on the cards together, or whether someone else emerges in the Hardcore division before then as well. Of course, King Daddy was fresh and eager to have another shot at the belt, but he's had to already and failed to make the most of it. And of course the Ploughman's been sniffing around that division as well. The attack dog of the Coven is as of yet hasn't really had the opportunity to really go for the KW's Hardcore Championship. And this then not a championship match, but just an opportunity for James the Cat to dish out some punishment to his former tag partner, it looks like, as he comes charging across the ring with a snap DDT there, and then a nice drop kick to the back of the BFG. An early quick start from James the Cat, but the BFG exploding with rights and lefts now, and there's a disturbing lack of ladies in the audience here, ladies and gentlemen, to witness the BFG. Perhaps he's focusing on a new market. There is one there I can see in the background. She stood up to get an eyeful of the BFG, whilst he has James the Cat over the ropes, getting a full eye of the man's nice trunks and the lettering on the back of them as he flips James the Cat over, and a big shot to the back of the head as James holds the head now. The BFG whipping and going for the neck, wrenching it there. You can see some little girl in the background. She's got her mouth gaping wide open, as she did for a while there, ladies and gentlemen. Had the mouth wide open, aghast at the manly visage that is the BFG, potentially. Perhaps she'll be getting a poster of the BFG for her bedroom wall. It's what every teenage girl wants, I'm sure, as James the Cat drags the BFG down to the matting now. You can see the men in the front row are much more amped to see James the Cat getting into this one. They don't want the BFG taking their wives home with his KEW Hardcore belt as well. They'll know, of course, that the more gold that man has around him, the more of a threat he is, and the sexual magnetism that rolls off of him will roll off him once again, much like the rolls he dips into at Greg's, as James the Cat has knocked him to the ground here. They look like a bit of a flubbed move. Now it's got to be a rope break, surely. The referee has got his leg on the rope there. Only a one count, perhaps the referee couldn't see past the many rolls. Now a big stomp from James the Cat there onto the arm of the BFG as he rolls away from it. There's plenty of rolls in this match, ladies and gentlemen. More stomping on the chest from James the Cat, and a shot to the back of the head now. So the BFG swift back to his feet. Into the ropes goes James the Cat. A big clothesline drives him down to the mat. The BFG goes for the cover. Just a one count there, though, as the BFG looks around at the KEW fans, a little aghast potentially at James the Cat not going down for longer than that and trying to squeeze the life out of him now. Looks like he's unable to really get James the Cat off the floor there. Maybe it's something to do with cats always landing on their feet. Oh, the clothesline sends a big fella to the outside, and will James the Cat look to take things outside the ring? He's just going to spend the time wisely recovering in the ring here. Lets the BFG in, and the stunners him. Down goes the BFG. Will James the Cat now look to seal the victory? 1, 2... And the BFG gets a shoulder up at the last second, and you can see James the Cat a little disappointed. I think he thought that was enough to have put him away there, and he's enjoying the revelry of the KEW fans here, but he's got to watch the BFG, who's getting up slowly. A big right-hander there to the BFG, and had a shot to the spine as well. You can see that staggered him a little bit, and another one, and he felt that one indeed. Into the corner he now goes, and gets both feet up there to get James the Cat's assault off of him momentarily. Into the corner goes James the Cat now. Now big splash in the corner, crushing the wind out of James the Cat, and he's slapping the chest, and we know what's coming here, ladies and gentlemen. He's a hungry boy. It's a very hungry caterpillar as he moves his way rhythmically across the floor and delivers the elbow across the chest of James the Cat. Hooks a leg for the cover now. 1, 2. No, James the Cat with a shoulder up this time, and the BFG absolutely aghast there, and James the Cat's in a dangerous position. He's slapping the cheeks, ladies and gentlemen. James the Cat in a dangerous area. Oh no, James! No! He's getting the stink face. He's getting a face full of the cheeks, and you can see, look at that, looks like he's choking on the fumes. Gosh knows what the BFG had for dinner last night. Gets a 2 count off of that as well. I'm surprised James the Cat has any air left in his lungs to get a shoulder up, to get any momentum there, ladies and gentlemen. You can see, looks like he's gripping his abdomen. He must feel sick to the stomach there. There's James the Cat after God knows what he's inhaled there, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know what the BFG was consuming last night in the KEW locker rooms or before the match. It could have been anything, ladies and gentlemen. It was not particularly fragrant, we'll say that, in the locker room. And he's on the top rope now, telling James the Cat to get back to his feet, and he might look to put James the Cat away with a big man flying axe handle slam there right onto the top of James the Cat's cranium. But James back to his feet, perhaps got a measure of air back in his lungs now. Explosive right hooks and chops, and now gets hold of him by the back of the neck and chops him down by the spine. And the BFG now looking like he might be in trouble as James the Cat positions him for an axe handle to the back there. It looks like he's fully got his wind back now. It's a good job you can't see the marks on the James the Cat's face there, or perhaps it's a good job that it's not white underwear the BFG's wearing. Oh, good power there from James the Cat as he flips the BFG over by his neck there, and a shot to the spine. He's slow and rolling around is the BFG. James the Cat to the top turnbuckle now, poised, and he goes Frogsy off the top rope. The frog splash goes for the cover. 2. And he gets a shoulder up at the last second. Perhaps he's mimicking Mark there with the frog splash from the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. Mark will not have taken that one lightly as he gives a little roll of the neck here, taking in again the adoration of the KEW faithful. A shot to the ankle there as well as my dishwasher goes off in the background. He rolls out of the ring now for a quick breather and lets the BFG come out to him and gives him the backstabber right on the outside. That's got to have done some damage, and that drops down on top of him, trying to maybe go for his own type of big splash, mimicking the BFG's moves, trying to take the mickey. Perhaps furious explosive hits from James the Cat as a clothesline levels the BFG down to the ground, and again the big splash on the outside. And you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the momentum here is completely swung away from the BFG. I thought after the BFG managed to get in that stinky cheeks that he did that might have been enough to put James the Cat away with the air whipped out of the lungs. But now James the Cat's in trouble. Oh, as he gets squashed on the outside. Goodness gracious me. Now, again, the air forced out of the lungs of James the Cat by the ginormous figure of the BFG, crushing him on the outside. It might have done significant damage to the ribs. It looked like he was trying to wrench the back of the neck there as well. Onto a 7 count as James the Cat takes things back in the ring, throwing the BFG in, who's slow back to his feet, but up in time. Oh, and James the Cat's missed the BFG. Big booted down the referee. And goodness gracious me, the BFG now takes control. Look at this, the power on display. The big fella doing some squats here whilst James the Cat's up in the suplex position, dropping him down next to the referee. The ref's back to his feet now. Good, the referee, with the knockout of the referee there, works just in the advantage of the BFG. Big shot from the ginormous knee of the BFG. And now he goes after his arm as well, stomping on the shoulder of James the Cat. And is he going to look to put things away here, ladies and gentlemen? Going for the knee. Furious attacks here. I did wonder if he might go to the top rope there and look to potentially crush the life out of him. And here he goes, ladies and gentlemen, onto the second rope here to put it away. Big splash from the BFG, crushing James the Cat's ribs. Hooks a leg, feet on the ropes. 1, 2, 3, and the BFG takes the victory here, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be happy with that victory, let me tell you. He'll be saying to James the Cat, anytime you want to come for the hardcore title, lad, I'll put you away just like I did there. 1, 2, 3, it's all about me. And there's the shimmy and the shake and the thrusting for the ladies in the audience. You can see the men are not happy. They're all on their feet, looking dismayed at what they've just seen. Their hero James the Cat smashed to oblivion by the BFG, as he knows he'll be handing out hotel room keys to the ladies in the front row or in the audience for that one, ladies and gentlemen. The BFG with a convincing victory. And we do have here more tag team action for you. We of course saw last week the Men of Science in action against the Power Couple. They got a good win there, and that's pushed them up the KEW Tag Division rankings. The Coven of course are the number 1 contenders for the belt. We saw them in action last week as well in a fatal 4-way, I believe, or a 3-way, I can't remember now, where they came out victorious as number 1 contenders for the tag division belts. But the Men of Science, they will know that the darkness of the Coven cannot have those belts. They know they have to push their way through the tag division to stop them getting there. And we'll have to see, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a massive victory if they can get it with the disformation of the safety men. You'd have to say the Men of Science are in a cracking opportunity. They've already beaten the Power Couple, beat the Misfits, and that'll put them right behind the Coven. They may even be able to talk their way into a fatal 3-way for those tag team title belts. And a great tag team title opportunity might await them just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Time will tell. For now, though, they'll be focused on the job at hand and the job of dealing with the Misfits. The Misfits, of course, normally represented by Big Dan and the Yeti. A little mix-up for them tonight, though. The Mystery given some more time after successfully fending, or not successfully, after losing to the Budget Magician last week. And Budget Magician won't be particularly pleased after he was demanding more screen time, and the Misfit was too, and it was really a fight for screen time in that one, and the Budget Magician pulling out his first victory in the KEW, but the Misfit gets the nod in the tag division here. I'm sure the Budget Magician will be knocking on the door asking for another singles match in due course, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have to see if the KEW hierarchy listen to him or not. But for now, we'll focus on the tag division. And the Yeti, of course, soared recently in the KEW at the end of last season. Almost made it to the heights of getting a KEW title shot, but fell short ultimately and has slumped back into the tag division now, you really have to say. Not quite the dramatic slump that the Tange went on, but nevertheless a slump indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes the Mystery. Pussy's do jeans down immediately and a shot to the back of the head. Men of Science will know that they will have to endure a bit of punishment here. The Mystery does like to start strong. He sort of fades in the middle and then comes on strong again later. That's been his MO really in the KEW. Of course, he started slow last week, and it came to his dismay as the budget magician got the better of him. Picks Dujeans back to his feet now. Big elbow in the face and furious shots here. But Dujeans breaks it up at the last minute. Goes for the elbow shot but misses wildly. Whipped to the floor now. So the Mysteries twists on Dujeans' head. And Dujeans already looks like he's in a spot of bother, isolated away from his teammate. And this is exactly what the Mystery Orb wanted here. He knows, of course, that a victory for him and the Yeti, that will do the Misfits the world of good. And they will look to move themselves potentially into a #1 contenders position for those tag team titles. They have been tag team champions before, but no one's been able to disavow the Falcon and the Eagle of those belts in many a week in the KEW. Into the ropes now goes Dujeans. Big chop there from the Yeti, sending Dujeans down to the ground, and furious shots to the face as well. Picks him up by the waist now, lifting him high and throwing him down to the ground. Good move there from the Yeti as Dujeans ducks out of the way and gets a shot to the guts. It's the break that Dujeans needed, but it doesn't last very long as he doesn't have the power to hold on to the Yeti, and he gets him off with the butt here, and now showing off to the KEW fans with the hands behind his back, and Dujeans allowed to dive and get the tag in, and here comes the Cyclops, the more dangerous of the two, you'd have to say. Gets him onto the shoulders now. He has the power on display as he drops him on the top ropes. You'd have to say that Dujeans is much more the high flyer, whereas the Cyclops much more the power of the two men in the tag team. And of course the Cyclops is a man who's dedicated his life to chasing down evil and darkness, and he's been after the Coven after they almost ended his career in the KEW for many a week now. Back to his feet here. Swinging neck breaker there. You know though that unfortunately for him there is clear daylight between the Coven and the Men of Science, and he knows he's got to try and close that room if he can. He doesn't want to give up on Dujeans after defending him from the assaults of the Coven only a few weeks ago. It feels like now, it was of course months ago in the KEW's calendar, when the Coven assaulted both of the Men of Science and put both of them out for a notable period. Dujeans of course missing about a month's worth of action, whereas the Cyclops was out for almost 2 to 3 months. So faster recovery than many expected though, ladies and gentlemen. We expected him to almost be out for half the season. He's made his way back terrifically though into the action here as his tag team partners thrown over the top rope, and a big shot there from the Mystery goes after the Cyclops, dragging him onto the top rope again, and big shot to the back as Dujeans has rolled into the ring, and it might be the Mystery looking to put things away here. Climbs the top turnbuckle now as Dujeans is laying on the floor, and the Mystery flies off and catches him with a rogue knee in the face. I didn't like it was coordinated particularly well there, ladies and gentlemen. Dujeans hopping back to his feet a bit too rapidly it seemed, and the Mystery mid-air catching him with a knee in the face there. Has him in the corner now though with the shoulder charges, driving him down to the bottom here, and now choking him in the bottom corner. Element of anger here from the Mystery that we've not seen from him before. Referee telling him to get off of him, and he does oblige eventually, now taking the time to wave to the KEW fans who aren't particularly reciprocal of his actions in the ring. Into the corner he goes again, and does Dujeans as the Cyclops can only watch and wait from the outside as Dujeans now with a measure of attack here, gets a Hurricanrana in, and can he look to build on this momentum now? Drop kick to the spine with those soft sandals right into the back of the Mystery. Picks him back to his feet now, gets hold of him, whips him into the corner, and comes after him momentarily, but only for the Mystery to get a elbow in and explode out of the corner, but bump off Dujeans at the last second. Apologies there for the small cough. He misses his clothesline, it looks like there, and the Mystery now the big uppercut, driving Dujeans back to the floor. Tag in to the Yeti as the fresh man comes in, and he might look to put things away here. Running drop kick, both feet into the chest, those Yeti feet straight into the chest of Dujeans. Goes for a running knee but misses it horribly as Dujeans rolls out of the way last second, and thrown to the ground again is Dujeans. Now he goes after the Cyclops, but he sees him coming, catches the right hook, and now Dujeans went for the clothesline, but he bounces off the Yeti, and the Yeti might look to put him away here. Has him on the shoulders and power bombs him down with a Yeti bomb, broken up immediately by the Cyclops, but he's used his token for getting in the ring now, and now he's going to have to wait and see whether Jeans has anything left in the tank, or whether the Mystery is able to put this one away right in front of him. And the Cyclops may have chosen the wrong time to get in the ring. He'll be fearful now that his tag team partner will have let him down. Misses the knee there, it looked like, from the Mystery. It's not the cleanest wrestling match we've ever seen. The Mystery flubbing plenty of things left, right and centre. He gets stomped on the arm there. We did, of course, see the Assassin like this early doors in the KEWs, but since being paired in the tag division, he's really come into his own. And now the Cyclops, shoulder tackling down, taking everybody out now as the Cyclops flying over the top rope after the Mystery, after shoulder charging the Yeti down on the edge of the apron, sending him flying off the edge of the ring. And now the Cyclops might look to take advantage of the Mystery, but he can't tag. Big drop kick there with those steel toe cap boots. They are firm boots, ladies and gentlemen. Big shot to the head now, and pummeling the head in of the Mystery, taking out some of the aggression potentially is the Cyclops, after having to watch Jeans get his butt handed to him pretty much in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Stomping the fingers, the the Cyclops now, as he looks to maybe get a measure of space in between him and the Mystery. Rolls him up here from the floor, sit down powerbomb. Great power on display from the big fella, picking the Mystery back to his feet now, and a big shot to his head, and he's going to look to tag Jeans, and well, that's a very swift tag. I would have thought the Cyclops would have been in the ring for a little longer here. Jeans misses immediately. This Mystery saw him coming, but Jeans gets an elbow in to get him off. Now furious hit there onto the Mystery, and if they can look to isolate the Mystery here, maybe the Cyclops and Jeans have a way back into this one. Into the corner goes the Mystery, and a big elbow to his face drives him down to the floor. He wants to tag in, but Jeans, it looks like, might have that cut off. No, allows the tag to get in. I thought he was going to get tagging of his own, but the Cyclops was just watching from the outside. Drop kick to the chest. I thought he might have winded Jeans, but he's up very swiftly there and delivers a head into the chin of the Yeti there, maybe trying to get a measure of driving the air out of him as well. Into the corner goes the Yeti now as Jeans climbing to the second rope. Tornado DDT out of the corner, spiking the Yeti off the mat. Goes for the little stomp as well. I thought he might go for a cover there. That looked like a good move. It might have delivered a concussion to the Yeti, or perhaps he feels that if he can get the Yeti to tag the Mystery back in, if he allows that to happen, he might be able to put them away. Sits down a little chin breaker again, and the Yeti quickly back to his feet, maybe quicker than Jeans was expecting, or maybe not. Russian leg sweep from the science teacher now, sends the Yeti down to the floor, who boots his head off. And there we go. He's maybe showing to him that, of course, if it's cold enough, you can, of course, fry eggs on your ears. But Jeans not having any of it now. Flips his man over. Down goes the Mystery into the ring, and he's got maybe just what he wanted here. Beat the Yeti just enough to force a tag into the Mystery. Get him in the ring. Isolate him in with the Cyclops if he can. Big shot to the knee here, and surely he's got to look for a tag sometime soon. The Mystery hobbling out of the corner, and now, the Mystery, it looked like he might have had the advantage there. Missed the low kick, now gets his face booted in. An intervention from the Cyclops wasn't enough to break it up. Goes for the cover, does the Mystery. Two. And Jeans has enough just to kick out at two. The Mystery not happy with that. Hands on his head. He can't believe he had anything left in the tank. Kick to the face. Big clothesline drives the Mystery down to the mat. And now, will he look to get the tag in? Does indeed, to the Cyclops here. And will the Cyclops go after the Yeti again? He does indeed. Shoulder tackles him down. Shoulder tackles him down on the outside. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, had a little cough there. Now running around. And tripped up by the Mystery. I thought he might look to spear him there, but the Mystery saw it coming, goes for the knee and takes him out, cuts him down. Now my Mystery might look to put it away, rolls away from the kick. Does the Cyclops slow back to his feet, and the Mystery too fast for him. Gets hold of him, spins him around. Mysterious neck breaker out of nowhere. Down goes the Cyclops, hooks the leg. Just a one count though as Jeans into the ring to break it up, saving his tag team partner. The Cyclops was in all kinds of bother there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, that mysterious net breaker has put many an athlete away in the KEW. Furious shots now from the Mystery to the head of the Cyclops. He's not happy with how this is going for his team. He knows he just needs to put one of these two away and stop letting them fart around and get the tags in. They've come a bit alive here, have the men of science, and now the Mystery. I said he starts strong, goes slow in the middle, and then comes on strong at the end, and he might look to prove me right here and put away the Cyclops here. He's choking him in the corner now. It's a dangerous tactic. The referee told him to get off. It's the second time he's done it. You have to wonder how many more he's going to let him get away with it. Gets the tag into the Yeti now and goes for a little breather. Thought he might be going via Do Jeans, but he's just taking his time to cross around the lifeless body of the Cyclops here as he's brought back to his feet. And oh no! Good power there. He's obviously fought many a demon in his time, and he knows that Yeti's just one more monster to put him away. Oh, slams him face first onto the matting there, and that one will hurt him. And now the Cyclops, I thought he might be going to the corner to try and get himself in position here. Not quite poised enough yet, waiting for the Yeti to absorb a bit more damage, sends him down to the ground, and now will he poise himself in the corner? The Yeti's getting up every time though. The Cyclops wants more time to set up whatever he's going for, slams him down now. Now will he look to go to the corner and poise himself, ladies and gentlemen, gets the tag into Do Jeans instead. He's had enough of the Yeti, it seems. And Do Jeans into the ring with the Yeti now, and a little chin breaker there sends the Yeti down to the floor, and it's all of a sudden the momentum swung entirely to the men of science. We warned about this. We said that they'd have to outlast the assault of the Misfits, and if they could do that, that this would really be a cracking opportunity for them. Big shot to the back of the leg there, tags in the Cyclops now as the Yeti is on the edge of the ropes here, and you see the Cyclops has his attention, looks like focused onto the Mystery. Big shot to the face, climbs through the ropes, lifts him high. I don't think he's seen the Yeti. Oh, there on the apron with him. Now he might have spotted him. Gets hold of the Yeti as he's almost snapped the Mystery in half. Can he get the Yeti back in the ring? No intention of that. Just rams his face off the apron, looking to do the damage on the outside. But the Yeti, with a shot to the ribs, gets the Cyclops immediate advances off of him. Whips the Cyclops back into the ring and looks to climb up the ropes now. And up to the top turnbuckle he goes, but he's a bit slow back to his feet. The Cyclops sees him coming and tosses him out of the top corner. That's a dangerous position to be in, isolated in the middle of the ring. It looks like the Mystery's recovered now. He is, of course, dropped on the edge of the apron, spine first. That'll be a nasty one to endure for anybody here, ladies and gentlemen. Big hit there. Has him up into the ropes. He goes and spears him, almost cuts him in half. Goes for the cover. The Mystery's in to break it up before it's even barely a 1 count. He was rapidly across the ring, and you can see the Cyclops diving after him, but misses the hit at the last second there and lets him get away with it. And now he might look to put things away here with a Demon Slayer's punch. Oh, goes for it, misses completely. The Yeti sees it coming, clotheslines him down to the ground, rolls him over for the cover. Right in front of Do Jeans. 2. Oh, and the Cyclops gets a shoulder up. Do Jeans knew though. He must have known that the Yeti had more than enough in the tank to recover from that, and gets the tag into the Mystery, and the Mystery now surely just has to put the Cyclops away. Oh, but can't get there fast enough. The Cyclops are racing across the ring with the old man legs, with the swinging neckbreaker there, driving the Mystery down to the ground. Big headbutt sends the Mystery down to the mat as well. Now slow back to his feet, gives him the kick to the guts here, and might look to put him away with a snap DDT, bouncing the Mystery off the matting here. And how much more punishment can the Mystery's head take, ladies and gentlemen? Now he looks to get the tag in potentially to Do Jeans. Here comes the elder statesman, if you like, of the two. They're both pretty old, probably similar age. Oh, running DDT drives Do Jeans down to the ground. Looks like Do Jeans might have fudged himself somewhere in the middle of that. There's some questionable brown stains in the middle of those jeans, ladies and gentlemen. A little irate there. Now he's going to tag the Yeti back in and hope the Yeti can do the job on Do Jeans. He is the more physical of the two athletes, but Do Jeans catches him cold with a hurricanrana there and goes for the cover immediately. Just a 2 count there though. I did think with the Mystery not jumping in the ring, he obviously wasn't too concerned about it. Thrown into the corner now with the Cyclops waiting there, and you can see Do Jeans taking his time. The older of the two athletes, it looks like the Yeti's bleeding from somewhere as well. Swinging DDT out of the corner, another tornado DDT, spiking his man off the mat here. Furious hit there from Do Jeans. Has hold of him. Scientific twist. Down he goes. Is he going to hook the leg and go? Oh no, doesn't go for the cover. I thought he might, ladies and gentlemen. Decides not to put him away just yet. Into the corner he goes again. He's got to inflict more punishment, it seems. Wrenching the arm now of the Yeti. trying to do as much damage as possible. I don't know why he didn't want to put him away immediately there. Has him in the corner again here. Another spike DDT. My goodness me, I'm not so sure the Yeti knows what day of the week it is. Clapping the crowd now. He tags in the Mystery. Too much distraction there from Jeans, and the Mystery has the time to recover and then throws Jeans across the ring via the turnbuckle. Goodness gracious me, it's sloppy wrestling from both teams, really, ladies and gentlemen. I would have thought one of them would look to take advantage now as the Mystery drives the elbow into the chest of Jeans, and he can't quite get back to his feet fast enough as the knees drops right on the bicep of the older man here, and the knee right to the face. And here we go, this might be Mystery time, ladies and gentlemen. I said this about the athlete, he does go cold in the middle of the matches and then comes to life towards the end of them. If he gets one of those deadly submission holds that he has locked in on Jeans, you'd have to wonder if he'll be able to hold on for long enough for the Cyclops to get across the ring to not submit with a tap out. Big elbow driven to the face of Jeans, and now he's slow back to his feet, and the Mystery might look to put this one away here. Gets hold of him, spins him around, mysterious neck breaker, drives him down to the matting here, goes for the cover on Jeans. The Cyclops is in though, breaks it up before it's even a 1 count there, ladies and gentlemen, and Jeans smartly rolling out of the ring, but it looks like the Yeti might have gone out there to meet him. No, he's just standing out there now, and the Mystery looks like he's trying to take on the Cyclops, but caught cold by the Cyclops on the outside. Now the Yeti is assaulting Jeans, and the Yeti's spinning Jeans around as the Mystery takes out the Cyclops in the ring. This will turn into a real bloodbath here, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Jeans was going into the ring post there, up to a 5 count. Jeans is going to be careful not to get a count out here. Slowly climbs back in the ring now onto a 6 count, and goes for the clothesline, but gets booted in the face. Here goes the cover. Could this be it for the Mystery? 2, 3, dealt with the Cyclops in one corner. Big boot to the face of Jeans, and the Misfits have the victory here, ladies and gentlemen. Pointing at each other, they'll be happy with that one. They know they had to dig deep for it. Now, goodness gracious me, it puts them in a cracking position now. They'll be right up against the Coven once again, ladies and gentlemen. Will the CEO look to potentially open up the tag team division? Will he see them as realistic competitors? He knows that man there, the Yeti, is a man to be feared in the KW when he gets on the roll. And the Mystery is also putting in some decent performances as of recent. They're putting a real shift in, these two. And they knocked off the Men of Science, who, of course, were fighting for their lives not to let the Coven get the title shot that they so desperately want. And we'll finish this evening, ladies and gentlemen, with a fatal 4-way tables match. We'll see, of course, the other half of the safety men, as they were or used to be, taking into the singles foray here. Perhaps a little side focus, or maybe looking at getting some reps in the a more hardcore setting as well. Perhaps he's going to try and focus on the hardcore division, having seen the Falcon hold the belt for forever. He will know, or the Assassin rather, he will know that he can potentially win that belt and dominate that division. This, though, not a hardcore match, just a regular tables match here. And he will be focused on singles action once again. He is, of course, a former KW champion. And when he had the belt, he did look like he could knock anybody off. So we'll have to see if he gets a rolling in the singles division. Will it be enough to really push him up through the KW power rankings? A member of the Coven then is never far away. And here she comes, Miss Tash, ready and raring to go here. Focused on the task ahead. She'll know, of course, that this is a fantastic opportunity, not only for her personally to push herself up the KW power ranks, but to prove to the Coven that she is the type of KW athlete that can be involved in tag team action in the future. Should the Coven need a extra person here or there, should she take the place of the favoured attack dog of the Ploughman, or should Miss Kasooge just require a rest? This then, a real good opportunity for her to prove her worth to the rest of the Coven members as she slowly rolls her way into the ring. She doesn't get a lot of singles action these days as Miss Tash, but it's her Long overdue that the KEW fans have seen the resplendent Tash in the ring with her Adam Husash. Of course, no Adams in this match for her to taunt with it. None of them will be targeting her, but she did look like she pointed to the firefighter there. The firefighter didn't seem particularly bothered about her mediocre threats. He'll have to be careful, though. He doesn't want to cross the ire of the coven, if you like. She does look focused and ready to go, does the Tash, as we welcome our next competitor then. And here comes the second favourite sexual magnate in the KEW, if you like. He's almost got more children than hot dinners. The most virile man out of Ireland. It is King Daddy Stevie. Here he comes, making his way to the ring then, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the women in the front row. Well, they look a little disrespectful. And someone's even given him a thumbs down there. They've seen the BFG, of course, earlier tonight, and he doesn't look particularly happy with his reception from the KEW's women here. They've, of course, seen the BFG. They've seen what a real sexual man looks like. And they're not interested in the King Daddy, ladies and gentlemen. And like maybe you're a stud in Ireland, the standard in quality is obviously sufficient or insufficient to the standards that we have here in the KEW. And here we go, the Man Crusher. A little pout for the KEW fans. It's rare we see her into the ring without her other half in tow. And she is, of course, shaking her business there in her golden fur coat with her blue and gold feather boa. Over the top rope she hangs. One for the gentleman then in the crowd. Perhaps a pin-up lady, if you like. She'll be front and centre on the KEW calendars, I'm sure, in the future weeks in the KEW. He looks focused as the firefighter, as does Miss Tash and King Daddy, and this is a good opportunity for the Man Crusher to get some reps in, if you like. She's not had too much in the way of singles action so far in the KEW, and she is the #1 contender after winning the gauntlet match only a few weeks ago, or last week now, ladies and gentlemen, and she'll look to build on that, hopefully, that she can get a good shot at the monster that awaits her, of course, in the coming weeks. But she's immediately been dropped to the ground by Miss Tash, who now targets the firefighter, and King Daddy now going after the Man Crusher, sensing that she might be a bit fresh and a bit weak, knowing that she shouldn't have got the #1 contender spot potentially. It was a contentious point of many of the KEW athletes, having seen the assassin go through the KEW roster one after the other, after being the first man in. It was almost the Iron Man in that event, but couldn't quite manage to get the job over the line as the Man Crusher came in and lived up to her name, crushing the men in the ring. Perhaps that's why Miss Tash is targeting her specifically. She knows that the Man Crusher will be able to beat the men, but might not be able to beat her necessarily. Oh, a table shot there to the Man Crusher whilst the camera was busy focused on Miss Tash, who delivered the drop kick to the outside, sending down the firefighter. And now the King Daddy just poised in the ring with the table. The Man Crusher coming back up to meet him. He throws the table down. Oh, big shot there. We've had a few issues with table matches in the recent weeks in the KEW. And of course, had the table match between Mark and Benji that finished with a non-conclusion as the Man Crusher off the ropes now. The athleticism on display, throwing down King Daddy there in the middle of the ring, targeting his spine now as firefighter and Miss Tash lock up on the outside. Looks like Miss Tash has she got a chair out from under the ring. Well, that's not in the spirit of tables matches. Into the steel steps she goes as the KEW fans chant, "We want tables, don't worry, you'll be getting them." Someone's going through a table. It's the only one to end this match, ladies and gentlemen, as King Daddy's out on the outside with the Man Crusher. And of course the firefighter is dealing with Miss Tash at the top of the ring in front of the KEW faithful, showing off to the children that look like in the front row. Slides into the ring now. The Man Crusher sent into the ring as well. All four athletes back in the ring, and King Daddy gets the table up. Oh, it looks like Miss Tash intervened there, saving the potential upset there, with King Daddy picking up the table and the Man Crusher going for the drop kick. She might have drop kicked him square through the table, tosses
King Daddy across the ring now, goes for the drop kick and misses there as the firefighter drops the table, unfolded in the ring. Now the big shot to the shin, and the face buster down on top of the table for the firefighter. And the Man Crusher whipped into the corner again by Miss Tash. And picks up the table now, into the ring, slides King Daddy, gets hold of Miss Tash from behind. Now the Man Crusher picking up the table here. Furious shots from the Man Crusher in the side here, and the King Daddy has hold of the table, delivers it to the Man Crusher's face. They're bouncing it off their bonds, and now King Daddy lifted high and dropped on his back by Miss Tash, and the firefighter is back up to his feet and looks the freshest man of the lot, but drops the table at the last minute as King Daddy saw him coming with it, and King Daddy lifts him high and slams him on the table there, lifting him high, dropping him on the table. Miss Tash now whips over King Daddy and drops him on the floor as it looks like the Man Crusher's being slammed onto the matting by the firefighter as Miss Tash gets the table now and delivers it to the face of everyone in the ring. The Man Crusher gets one, the firefighter gets one. Now the firefighter has hold of the table, and it looks like the Man Crusher's drop kicks both athletes down with those giant boots, sending both the firefighter and Miss Tash to the apron, and delivers the knee to the face of the firefighter. King Daddy's got a table in. Both athletes in the ring have tables, and King Daddy's setting his up, and so is the Man Crusher. They all want a table to go with now. The Man Crusher folds her table back up, unsure what she's doing with it. It seems knocked out of her hands by the firefighter as King Daddy takes Miss Tash into the corner. Now the brute that is the Man Crusher sends the firefighter to the outside, and he gets a rake across the back from King Daddy as he sends the Man Crusher into the corner. And now Miss Tash exploding out of the corner. King Daddy wasn't caught aware, tried to go for the low blow, I thought, against Miss Tash, but she saw it coming and cut it off at the pass, and she's now not seen the firefighter, and he clobbers her in the back, but he's not seen the Man Crusher. I might have seen her now. Surely she's up and spinning around and didn't really pay too much attention to him. She should have looked to take advantage there, and he has her on the ropes now. Furious shot there, going for the knee wrench, while Miss Tash has the King Daddy in the corner, targeting knee as well, targeting knee attacks from both the Coven member and the former safety man as he delivers down the Man Crusher again. And could this be the firefighter's chance now to take advantage of this match? Clotheslines Miss Tash down to the apron, down to the ring now, down to the matting. He tries to crawl out of the ring, but he won't let her. Gets hold of her now, but both the opponents are up, and throws her into the Man Crusher, and now that switches the attention for both the women on each other. And the Hurricane! Miss Tash has put her through the table. The Tash has won. Goodness gracious me, that table was dangerously poised. The Man Crusher put through it by Miss Tash. Goodness gracious me, a solid victory out of nowhere. I did think with that table poised, it was only a matter of time before somebody went through it, ladies and gentlemen. The Tash knew the table was there, pouring awareness from the firefighter. The Tash takes it. The Coven will be happy with that one. They'll see this as a sign of momentum as they go into the tag team title match, ladies and gentlemen. A cracking end to things here, I think you'd agree. Thank you for watching this week's explosive episode of KEW, and join us next week for more thrilling KEW action. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.